Welcome back to Thronebreaker. So, we are about to embark on a battle against our fellow Lyrians to try to escape the city, since Count Caldwell and Prince Willem have betrayed us and sold Lyria out to the Nilfgaardians. Before I start the battle, I want to comment a little bit about this turn in the story. So, I think it's worth keeping in mind, because this game in and of itself may not fully make this clear, that while obviously what Caldwell did on a personal level is wrong, the idea of pledging fealty to Nilfgaard is not at all unreasonable in this context, in like the Witcher series in general. The Nilfgaardians really are that much more powerful, and they have, within their empire, they have a number of subject states that have varying degrees of, I don't know, not like full independence, obviously, but varying degrees of independence where they're able to sort of do their own thing, provided that they bend the knee and participate in, presumably, in whatever military things Nilfgaard is up to at any given time. So I forget off the top of my head what the names of some of those states are, but it comes up during the. Oh, I guess actually one of them is the place that you go in the Blood and Wine expansion. I was going to say it comes up in the Blood and Wine expansion when there's this big jousting tournament that brings in knights from various subject states within Nilfgaard. Toussaint, Toussaint is the duchy that Anna Henrietta is the Duchess of, and is a vassal to Nilfgaard. But there's nothing going on there that would suggest that that's a bad situation for them. So in reality, Meve, understandably, her pride prevents her from being able to accept this situation, but from a pure sort of good of the realm standpoint, it might actually be indeed better, as Willem seems to think. Caldwell's clearly in it for personal gain, but nonetheless, the idea is actually sound. I think there was something else that I wanted to say about. Oh, I guess I like the in a more zoomed in level. I like this turn of events. I think it's a cool thing that they're doing to sort of mix up, mechanically what cards I'm going to be playing with, and just have a reversal of fortune that's pretty unexpected. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. All right, hunting the queen. And thus Lyrian stood against Lyrian. At first, Meve fought only to stun, to wound, not to kill. Yet she quickly realized the soldiers opposite her held no such reservations. These men, who had saluted her but a few days before, and whose faces she knew well, would pull no punches, soften no blows. Meve had no choice but to follow suit. So we need to find an escape route, and then once we find one, gain more points within 3 turns. Oh, 3 turns, not rounds. Okay. Oh, one other thing, I guess, about the thing that I was talking about earlier with the tournament and all that, is that I believe in Blood and Wine, actually, Lyria and Rivia are 2 of those subject states, so maybe the Nilfgaardians actually do end up taking over throughout this. I'm not sure. I could be misremembering that. They may have just been at the tournament without being Nilfgaardian vassals, but we'll see. Of course, that could have also come about from things that happened after the war, but before the events of Witcher 3.
Gaston? Bloody hell, where'd he get to?
Your Grace, we must make haste. Caldwell's roused the whole city by now.
All right, well, we'll do that. Turncoat leader. Every turn on turn start, draw a card. We have our old longsword back. Boost an ally by 4, give it an armor, then trigger loyalty abilities. Got some Scythemen. Order, choose a dark alley to escape down. Okay. So it's the same art and same name, but a different ability, which is a little odd. I'm surprised they didn't change the art or something, but I suppose there's no reason to wait. Just pick one. How about that one? Nope. After a different ally is played from hand or moved to another row, move next to it and boost it by 1. Okay, well that's unfortunate. So I don't have the flag, sadly.
A time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
But I think... So I have a 3-turn cooldown on this thing, so if I use it now... I don't know how if that means I'll be able to use it 2 turns from now or not. But I'm going to assume that I can. Yeah, so it's 3 now, it'll be 2, 1... Oh, well, actually, I'm going to run out of cards anyway.
Cursed trees.
Deploy, clear all row effects from your side. Okay, well, there aren't any of those. Oh, what is it that makes his order multi-triggerable? I mean, obviously, I know why from a design standpoint it is, but what I don't know is why, like, how you are supposed to recognize that compared with the other cards that just have a single shot order. Okay, I'm assuming that this is still the same, like, bad choice, so let's look here. Nope. Sad.
Aye. Sod it. Sod it all.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Wait, maybe that wasn't the same one, but whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter. This is not going particularly well.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Oh, hey, what?
You didn't think I'd leave you just like that, did you?
Okay.
Honestly, I did.
Yeah, that's fair. Gascon Rescue. Every turn, on turn start, do 1 of 3 at random. Damage a random enemy by 2, boost a random ally by 2, move a random enemy to the opposite row. Okay. Seems alright.
Left, right, left, right.
Oh, my drummers! Okay, so I'll be using my loyalty ability here. But I think it's fine to not use one of these guys. I want to set stuff on fire. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Damage a unit by 5 if it's on a row with fire, damage all units on it by 5. That's incredible.
You mad? Don't shake that!
What is that? When this card's timer expires, the city gates will shut. In that moment, if Meve has less points, she will lose the battle. Okay, so that is an escape route. Cool. We do have more points. I'm gonna also do the boosting thing. Yeah! To really get some more points.
Again and again and again.
As you wish, lady.
Uh-oh. Interesting.
Your Grace.
Oh, I apparently just skipped over him saying something. I wonder if there's a way I can bring that back up. Artusa Adept. I don't know why they would have access to magicians. Well, he was probably just telling us that the gate is open. Like, oh, you found it. Although I don't know why he wouldn't have said that immediately, but whatever. Alright. Let's do this thing. This is too
I'll
good.
relieve you of that pouch.
Damage all units on it, yeah. Boom! That's amazing. Clearly targeted does not mean what it means usually, because Reynard can obviously target these things even though they say they can't be targeted, so... Anyway, I don't see any reason to flip another one of those things, so I'm not going to.
I live to serve you.
Wait, the fire went out? Oh, they had the cancel row effects thing. Alright, well,
This
more
could
fire.
hurt.
Unfortunately, I don't have another one of those fire bombers, but it doesn't look like it's gonna matter anyway.
I thank you, Gaston. You and your men, for your aid.
'Tis nought, my lady. Strays never say no to a proper brawl.
No brawl this was. Sun rising against Mother. Lyrian striking at Lyrian. I fear a blood war's begun.
Come now. Seems to me the war's ended. Your realm's lost to Nilfgaard. You've no army to speak of.
Then I shall assemble a new one. And with it have Caldwell hanged, and drive Nilfgaard back across the Yaruga.
You're mad. How will you find the men? Riding from hamlet to hamlet, speaking from atop a crate?
No. I shall find them in Edern. I've a favour to call in with King Demavend, and I'll sway volunteers to my cause on the way.
Well, you've your first willing warriors already.
How so?
We've nothing left in Lyria. Our hideouts are compromised, Caldwell's sure to set a price on our heads, and Nilfgaardians roam the land in numbers. Besides, I'll be right tickled to see proud Queen Meve fighting elbow to elbow with a bandit she'd wish to hang just a half day afore.
Well, it is said my foe's foe is my friend. And I'd be a fool to turn down assistance now, no matter who offers. So be it.
Alright.
Very high-minded of you, my lady. So, shall we shake on't? Nay? Well then, the high road beckons. Though first we must escape the city with our lives. Follow me.
Lyria was hers no more. Meve now had to flee her capital and realm as quickly as she could. Wont to travel the city streets in a gilded carriage, the Queen now saw them from a slightly different vantage point.
Is this the only way? Are you quite certain? The Queen?
Is a common fugitive now, so she'd do better to pinch her nose and whinge not at all.
At long last, Meve reached the gate. Yet this she found shut tight, locked and guarded.
Gods be damned.
Easy, your grace. Nothing we can't solve with a quiver full of quarrels.
Those are our men.
They were, Reynard. were.
Gascon's raiders were poised to loose their bolts, but were thwarted when the Queen stepped out in front of them.
What she... Your Majesty? I've orders to arrest your Grace.
Place me in irons, then.
Please understand, I haven't a choice.
Fear not. You'll be rewarded by Caldwell in Nilfgaardian Florens.
The captain's head dropped. His cheeks burned crimson.
Go, your Grace. Flee now, but only to return.
Remember this, Gascon. I'm no fugitive. I'm a queen, robbed of her rightful crown. And though I may need to venture to the world's end before I return, I shall have it back.
Achievement unlocked, oh boy!
Having fled Lyria, Queen Meve ventured into Edirn, her old friend Reynard and new ally Gascon at her side. The war had bitten into this land too. Still, Meve hoped to sway King Demavend to her cause, and with his aid, to oust the traitors, retake her throne, and drive the Nilfgaardian invader from her realm. Yet to start, she was forced to fight, Scoia'tael no less. Emerging from a wood, Meve's retinue encountered a unit of elven rebels just moments from hanging a handful of prisoners. Among the latter, the Queen spotted a woman, a proud warrior with a striking, thick black braid.
Is this?
The lass I believe I know.
Well, unless we rush to her rescue, it'll soon be you knew her.
I think I know who that is.
Lyrians, attack!
And she's not a good person. Black Rayla, yup. Yeah, she's actually a terrible person, like a horrible racist and other things. She shows up in Witcher 1, and also, I believe, in the books. Anyway, it was Me's first clash with the Scoia'tael, warriors who bled for the non-human cause. The name translates to squirrels in the common tongue, a reference to the ruddy tails fastened to their caps and helms. The ornament had become a hallmark for the partisans, much like the icy cruelty to which they subjected their human prisoners. Alright, what do we have here? Some crushing traps. Still got our foragers and our scythemen. Oh, we do still have regiment drummers. Wait, that's weird. I thought those got removed. Maybe only some of them did? I don't know. Oh man. 5 turns is kind of a long time, actually, for him to be able to finish off that execution. Oh yeah, here, exceptions are a clear road to human blood spilt. All Scoia'tael must die. Leave the gods to sort the wheat from the chaff. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty direct. Alright, so we got our banner again, that's nice. Alright, well if we got drummers, then we want to mulligan scythemen. Confident of that much. Alright, I like setting Rose on fire, although I do wonder... I mean, I guess she can handle being on fire. Oh, these are blitz cards too. Cool. I don't really see the value in the crushing trap here. Slingers are not blitz cards. I don't really see that being particularly good either, but... Okay, so if we can combine fire with marking, we can probably take those 2 5-drop assassins out. Although, just him... Oh, wait, we can use the slinger to move them... move them off. Although maybe it says move 3 cards, so maybe I would be forced to move Rayla as well. I'm not sure. I assume you can only use this on your own units. It'd be hilarious to use this like to damage Rayla and then you use it to turn her into a bear. Oh, the horn will help with that with this too. Okay, so if we yeah, alright. I think I'm gonna mulligan the Forager. I don't think it's gonna be super relevant. 2 cavalry. Okay. I don't think this is super relevant.
Hang the butcher!
Oh, alright.
Below her!
She can't breathe, Your Grace. We must rush to her aid.
Ooh. So I don't know if the slinger can target if it's saying move 3 cards to the other row on their side. So does that mean just like flip rows? So could I target like these 3 and then they just invert, or they all have to be in the same row? Does the row that this thing gets deployed to matter? I'm not really sure. But oh, their timer is already down to 4. That's annoying. I think I mark first, probably. Oh. Oh, right. That'll be useful. Ah. Oh, well, okay.
Duambe K-Mest.
It's fine. Now I think we fire the back row. Could also use the horn to finish them off, but yeah, these are like, these things are annoying because I guess I have a morale boost. I don't know from where, but all of my cards have been boosted, so yeah, I don't want to move these to the back row. I want to get Rayla onto my side before I do that. I guess I could actually damage the front row first, or fire the front row first, rather, and then yeah, I think
this could hurt. I shall not fail.
Free the warrior!
Non-elf unit is destroyed. Boost this unit by 2. But what caused it to? Oh man, they've got a counter on that ability. That's crazy. Maybe I just go ahead and play the horn. They're just gonna kill all my guys anyway. Oh. That was all I needed to do? Okay. That was easier than I was making it out to be.
Scoia'tael warriors shocked the Queen with their speed, their cunning, and their cruelty. Yet in the end, the Lyrians prevailed. When the last elf hit the ground, the Queen had her men untie those they'd sought to hang.
1,000 thanks, Your Grace. Heard many tales of your valor. Pleased to see there weren't just flattery and propaganda.
Black Rayla. Hagar, we saw you there. You command King Demavend's special forces.
That's right. Though not many remain to command.
So I see. How did it come to this?
My liege sent me to wipe out a Scoia'tael band, led by a rat called Eldain. Followed the vermin's tracks for several days. Straight into his trap, turned out.
Hunting elves in the woods. Truly inspired, I must say.
Had no choice. Doing nothing would have brought us surer, swifter doom. The Black Clad have invaded Edirn. Thanks to elven aid. They snap our supply lines, lurk like dogs, prey on vulnerable units and scouts.
You mean to say Nilfgaard's broken your defenses?
Aye. Though their march will soon halt, believe me. To advance, I'll have to take Rosberg. A stronghold that's yet to fall once. They'll break against its walls like waves upon the rocks.
Whatever. There's no reason to express doubt to her, even though I actually do not share her
While
certainty.
Edirn stands, the north is not yet lost.
I'll convey your grace's words to the king at the first occasion.
I'd rather hope to convey them myself. I have come to Edirn seeking aid. I wish to ask Demavend for support.
The king is in Rosberg, overseeing siege preparations. I'm heading that way too to report on our skirmish with the Scoia'tael. I might serve as your guide. These lands I know better than any.
Excellent. Guide on.
Something you can't really see from this art of her, but I think you can. It looks like you can see in the card is that I think she's like scarred, like or burned or something. Has some kind of disfiguring thing going on. All right, let's take a look. What we got going on here? Got some reports. Situation in Edirn. With Lyria and Rivia taken, full strength of Army Group East redirected against Edirn. Fierce Edirnian resistance, but border posts fell. King Demavend pulling back from small garrisons and concentrating forces in heavily defended fortresses. Rosberg, Aldersburg, Vengerberg, which is where Yennefer is from. Significant increase in Scoia'tael activity, attacks on merchants, refugees, but not Nilfgaardian convoys. All evidence indicates Scoia'tael working with enemy. I'll just mention again that King Demavend is the one who gets assassinated at the beginning of Witcher 2 on the boat. Appeal to folk of Lyria and Rivia. Pamphlet distributed in Lyria and Rivia. Queen Meve cares not a whit for your interest. Instead of seeking peace with the Nilfgaardian Empire, she has chosen pointless resistance, sentencing you all to annihilation. To save their subjects from this fate, the Council of Peers decided to remove the Mad Queen from the throne. In her cruel lunacy, she defied our ruling, spat upon our laws. She has fled the country in cowardice and seeks now to sow havoc. The rightful monarch is Meve's eldest son, Willem. He shall be advised in this difficult time by Count Caldwell. The meadows of Lyria and Rivia shall blossom under the light of the golden sun. Long live the Emperor. Is it... I'm not sure... Is it sow havoc S-O-W or S-E-W? Well, anyway. Given what the people we talked to along the way in the previous part had to say, I kind of suspect they're not going to be thrilled with the whole Nilfgaardian part of this, but who knows? Letter from Captain Tobias. Your Majesty, though we spoke to each other not long ago, I've no doubt you do not recall my name. I am the guard who stopped you as you fled Lyria, the guard who doubted you. Your Highness, once more I apologize for my cowardice and thank you for giving me a chance to repair my error. I cannot save Lyria from the Nilfgaardians' talons, but I can write you about their secrets. I have won myself a post in the palace. I shall keep my ears open, and if I learn anything, I shall inform you at once. Gods grant you luck, my lady. We await your return. Captain Tobias. Cool. I have an inside man. Alright, let's go to the mess tent and talk to some people.
How fare you, Rayla? The quartermaster, did he assign you a tent?
He tried.
Oh, and
I refused it. Best to sleep beneath the stars, little chance of a foe catching you off guard.
Rain accepted, perhaps?
I'm not made of sugar, ma'am. I'm not gonna melt.
One sees very few women in the ranks, let alone in the special forces. How did you come to join?
On merit. Proved I'd be of use.
Yes, well, naturally. But how exactly?
I was 15 when I went to enlist, but the sergeant in charge of signing folk up told me to scurry on home. So I proposed a wager, arm wrestling. If I won, he'd let me join. If I lost, I'd pay him 100 crowns.
And that kind of coin? You had it?
No, so I had to win. As we sat down at the table across from each other, he laughed and rolled up his sleeve. When it was over, all around us were laughing at him. Then I just followed orders. Did so well enough to draw the king's attention.
Alrighty then.
I must go. We'll speak later.
Probably won't, but that's okay.
Yes, Your Grace?
How has it come to this? I, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia, must prowl about the underbrush like a common bandit. And you, General Reynard Odo, once proud commander of 4 elite regiments of footmen, now lead a gang of deserters, bandits and scythe-wielding peasants.
I do so proudly, Your Grace.
You must be joking, Reynard.
Your Majesty, under your husband I served 10 years, under you another 8. And never in that time did I fight for a more worthy cause.
That's his flavor text quote on his card.
We seek not to grab land, or stifle a peasant revolt. We fight for all the North, for our freedom, that of others. And you alone didn't give up. Didn't even consider bending the knee before Nilfgaard.
Yes, all true. Yet look where it's brought me.
Your struggle has but begun, Your Grace, and I will do all in my power to see you triumph in the end.
I cannot forgive myself one thing, that I failed to see through Caldwell's schemes. He must have plotted treason for months, years even, yet I suspected nothing.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Your Grace.
Easily said. Ugh, if I'd only realized it in time.
Nilfgaard would have found a different traitor, or sent an assassin north. It was unavoidable what happened. The Blackclads would have attacked in any case, and we'd have stood no chance to defeat the foe in open battle, repel him, drive him out.
So, had you been there when the peers assembled, you also would have voted to bend the knee?
No. My honor would never have allowed it. I'd have thrown myself into the fire, and probably died a fool for it. As matters stand, I still have a chance to thwart the invader, his intentions. It seems, in a twisted turn of fate, I should be grateful to Caldwell.
I don't entirely understand why, if we had no chance to defeat them without all of this betrayal not going on, then how we would have a chance with it. We just have fewer available. I mean, I guess it does mean that the Nilfgaardian army has moved on to Edirn, and therefore we don't necessarily need to fight the Nilfgaardians themselves to retake Lyria. So that's something. But then, of course, the Nilfgaardians could, turn around. But maybe not. Maybe they weren't planning. They wouldn't have otherwise attacked Edirn if this hadn't all gone to plan. I don't know.
It's time I attended to other matters. So, Gascon, the soldier's life, does it suit you?
About the same as the bandit's life did.
I beg your pardon?
The tents are cold, the food's shite. On the plus side, plenty to drink, most days. A skirmish here, a scuffle there, Nilfgaardians one day, elves the next, and whoever we rout, we rob of what they've got.
Requisition, you mean? Fully in accordance with the laws of war.
Oh, please. Save your excuses for your father confessor.
The Duke of Dogs. Whence the name?
Not certain I should tell you. It's a personal story, somewhat.
I insist.
So, thing is, I'm a werewolf of sorts.
Did I hear werewolf?
Of sorts. You see, when the full moon glows in the night sky, I transform into a creature that's half man, half dachshund. And then all the other hounds of the night hearken to my command.
Oh, forget I asked.
With pleasure.
I mean, it actually would be believable. Like, there are definitely werewolves in this universe, so...
I can't stop wondering. How did your strays break into the tower in Lyria?
They exploited its chief weakness.
What weakness is that? I oversaw its construction myself. Walls 5 feet thick, bars and grates of the sturdiest iron.
People.
All tremendous, I'm sure. But how much do you pay the guards?
Yeah.
What? I don't know. The garrison's commander is in charge of that.
Let me tell you then. Not much, Meave. Not much at all. From atop a throne, it's hard to spot the little things. Example, a guard hard up for coin, or one with ambitions. But seeing that's second nature to even the most ordinary bandit. Take any castle door. To open it, to open all, one needs but a pouch of gold.
Yeah.
This time I attended to other matters. Farewell.
Grey Rider. Okay. So that's just the same statistics that you can see. Only I'm still on positive morale. I don't know why. Okay, let's check out the workshop. You can do a bunch of stuff now. More trinkets. I like that. Units will take up 10% less of the recruit cap. Most of the units don't cost enough for that to be more than a rounding error. I don't know how that plays out, but it is interesting. Decreases the gold cost of creating units by 10%. That's cool. Reduces recruit cap. Oh, so I actually can build a more powerful deck. It's good to know. Gain 2 recruits after every battle. That's really expensive. Holy crap. So is that. New people. I already have Strays Bombers, don't I? Wow, I need a lot of gold. Okay. Lots of unit options. Man, alright, I like the trinkets one because it doesn't require me to spend anything beyond just this, because I have plenty of trinkets. So let's do that. Boom. I can still, what can I still buy here? Decreases, oh, okay, that's a good one. Or this. Pitfall Trap seems pretty good. Lyrian Pathfinder is card draw, that's also pretty good. What was this option? Decrease the gold cost by 10%. I mean, it would take a while to recover that 1,000 gold, but yeah, I think I'd rather just have this. Vroom. Okay. Well, oh my gosh, what is going on here? 190. Oh, I have so many cards in my deck. Holy crap. Okay. Let's just, whoops. Clear everything out. Start over. I guess this at least costs enough that a 10% discount would be meaningful. Alright, what does Black Rayla do? Play a card from your deck. If in hand, deck, or on the battlefield, strengthen self by 2 whenever a square tile unit is destroyed. By the power of racism. Well, that order, it doesn't say play a random card from your deck, so that order is potentially really, really, really good. So I will definitely add her. Reynard, yeah, this is Reynard's original ability. If in hand, deck, or on the battlefield, strengthen self by 1 whenever an enemy or allied card is moved. Okay, that's interesting. So he likes the war wagons. So I have to recruit more arbalists if I want them. That's sad. How many? Got 2 drummers. Well, gonna use them because they're good. The fire guys are also really good, so I want to use those guys. Do I have any of the like fire combo guys, or with those? Those are probably not part of the base set. I probably have to open up some more of those upgrades in order to be able to get those guys. Alright, let's put in some more wagons. Put in 1 Wagenburg, because Wagenburg's a good card. It's too bad I don't have more of them. Can't actually afford more of them right now. Alright, I still got the broadsword, so I will add some crushing traps because those combo really well with that. So I need 10 more cards. This is pretty cool. I'm gonna run out of supply trying to get 10 more cards into this deck, but I guess I should just shove cards in and see where I end up. So, yeah. Those guys seem pretty cool. These guys are blitz, these guys are blitz. 1 damage per turn is not actually a lot. Oh, I should add the slingers because of because they combo with Gascon, and they also do as much as 6 damage, depending on the number of units out, which is by itself is pretty useful. Although, unfortunately, they're not blitz units. Let's see. I would add 30 supply. That would put me 1 over if I added 6 of those, so I can't do that. 5 of them. Sorry, not 6 of them. Bunch of expensive cards in here. I really need that supply upgrade. These Strays cards are more expensive than the Lyrian cards. Alright, maybe what I do is the Scytheman for the time being, to mitigate supply. This guy actually combos with Gascon as well, which is cool. So I've got one more card than I need. So I'm gonna take one of these back out. Alright, that was already in there. So I'd rather have healing boost, elfin onion soup, or maybe the Merlot. I don't have as many dude spawning dude type stuff. You have fewer drummers, fewer war wagons, fewer blitz units, so I think I'm gonna go with elfin onion soup. Oh, alright. So I don't need as many cards. Okay, so I can basically take out like 1 6 for a 5 or something along those lines. I could take out a crushing trap for a Scytheman. I don't have much in the way of 5s. Can I create another drummer? How much are the drummers? I can. Okay, that's good. So I can take out a 5. Wait, I mean a 6 for the drummer. Which costs 5. No, sorry, the drummer costs 4. No, the drummer costs 5. I keep getting confused on which of these is the cost and which of these is the power, but the cost is this number. So the drummer is 5, so I can take out a 6. Should probably be one of the slingers. Okay, I think we're good here. Oh, I guess maybe I should have picked up this loot before I did all that. Might have affected what I could have afforded. Probably. Well, yeah, actually, so I could create some more drummers. I do like the drummers, they're really good. Less good without the arbalists in the deck, but we'll build towards that. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just... Alright, max drummers. So, if I guess what I could do is take out of like a 6 and a 4. Yeah, let's take out one of the infiltrators. I don't see that coming up as often as a relevant thing to do relative to the slinger. And then a crushing trap. So we'll do that. Actually, let's look at the map really quick. What's going on over here?
Gods. The entire country up in flames.
Ebdahi warned punishment awaited Edirn, that he would show the land no mercy.
What in God's names did you do to him, Rayla?
Nilfgaard offered us an alliance against the rest of the north, but Demoven declined, in his clipped soldier's speech. They say Ebdahi flew into a rage and swore he'd reduce Edirn to rubble.
Camp. 21. That's a big number.
Have you seen Nimoy? Was bound here from Iconford. Supposed to have arrived 3 days past. Any of you seen Nimoy? Was bound here from Iconford. Supposed to have arrived 3 days past.
Yeah, let's do that. Bit more golden wood
The
generally.
Lyrians arrived at an ancient, half-desiccated beach. Its trunk sat atop a tangle of thick roots, and scraps of paper covered with tiny scribblings fluttered over it from top to bottom. Travelers crowded all around. Barefoot refugees, bony pilgrims, peddlers with armored escorts, and shifty-eyed men with the haggard look of deserters.
The Wayfarer's Beach.
Rayla said.
Travellers of all sorts swap tales here. Perhaps we can glean something about our enemy's movements.
Or paint the enemy a clear picture of our own.
Gascon interrupted.
Nilfgaardian spies no doubt flock to this tree like flies to particularly pungent dung.
Send a scout to reconnoiter seems like the middle road that will, for whatever reason, not do anything. But it is what I want to do.
Neve decided to proceed cautiously. She pitched camp in a nearby clearing and sent a scout dressed as a peddler to investigate the Wayfarer's Beach. Yet long hours passed with no sign of the soldier.
Gods be damned!
The Queen snarled.
Reynard, send some men to follow his tracks.
Yeah.
The Lyrians found the scout's body in the woods a few leagues from the Wayfarer's Beach. His corpse revealed clear signs of drawn-out, cruel torture. Neve could only hope he had managed to hold something back from his captors.
Alright, well... Oops.
A trader with the Scoia'tael. By day, for all to see. Lord Falberson trots about on an imperial leash already. War's lost. Plain to see. You'd folk in Crumhorn a trader with the Scoia'tael. By day, for all to see.
Wait, was this the guy we traded with? Yeah, I guess it was. Oh, I guess I should go back up that way, huh? Thought this was the the dead-endy path, but I was mistaken.
Ravens and beasts. Tucked a bushel of grain away in my shack, but I'm too fearful to return there. You suppose they've gone? Ravens are always trailing armies. Ravens and beasts.
Alright, here we go, fighting some monsters. Alright, this is going to be where I stop this episode, so next time we are going to be fighting some ghouls, it looks like. Until then.